Hello friends, as you all know that due to this COVID-19 pandemic condition, CBSE has reduced the syllabus of classes 9th to 10th. So here I am going to discuss the revised curriculum of social science of class 9th. So let's begin. So my friends, you all know that you have to study total 4 books. One of the history, India and the contemporary world part 1. Second is of geography, contemporary India part 1. Next is of the civics, democratic politics part 1, and last one is of economics, named economics. So in the final exam of 80 marks, you will get 20 marks question from history, 20 marks question from geography, 20 marks question from civics, and 20 marks question from economics also. So now we are going to discuss all the 4 textbook one by one. First is history textbook. Here in history textbooks, you have to study only 3 chapters. First one is the French Revolution, second is socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution, and the last one is Nazism and the rise of Hitler. It means the second part, for a society and colonialism and pastoralist in the modern world, this part is deleted, and the section 1, events and processes, all the 3 chapters are compulsory. Means you have to study only 3 chapters from the history textbook. Next is geography. From these textbooks, you have to study only 4 chapters. First one is India, size and location. Second is physical features of India. Next is climate, and the last one is natural vegetation and the wildlife. Remember one more thing, the chapter drainage. This chapter is not meant for the theoretical purpose, means the question will not be asked from this chapter, but this chapter will be included in the map questions. Means the map question can be asked from the drainage chapter. So what will be the questions which will be asked from the drainage chapter? I will discuss it later. So next book is civics. From this chapter you have to study only 4 chapters. From this book you have to study only 4 chapters. First one is what is democracy, why democracy. Second is constitutional design. And remember one more thing, when you will open this chapter constitutional design, in the starting itself there is a story of South Africa. The title is democratic constitution in South Africa. This portion is deleted, means you are not required to study this part, democratic constitution in South Africa. Okay, so apart from this you will read all the portion of this chapter. Next chapter is electoral politics, and the last one is working of institution. Means from the civics textbook you have to study only 4 chapters. Democratic rights, this chapter is deleted, and one more chapter, this first one, it was already deleted, democracy in the contemporary world. So you have to study only 4 chapters from this book. Next one is economics. From this textbook you have to study only 3 chapters. The first one is the history of village Parampur, second is the people as resources, and the last one is poverty as a challenge. The last chapter, food security in India, this chapter is deleted by the CBSE. So this was all from the 4 textbooks. Now you know all that which chapters you have to study for the exam purpose. So this was for the 80 marks. Now we will discuss about the 20 marks, that is the internal assessment. So the first one is of the pen paper test, that will be of the 5 marks. Pen paper test means here PT, periodic test. Okay, so periodic test, whatever the exams you are giving for the periodic test, the marks of this all the 3 periodic tests will be calculated in the out of 5 marks. Okay, means if you are getting full marks in all the periodic tests, you will get 5 marks out of 5 in the pen paper test. Next one is assessment using multiple strategies, in which your teachers can conduct quiz, debate, role play, viva, group discussion, etc. And this will also be of 5 marks. Next 5 mark is of the portfolio, in which the classwork assignment, okay, or any other activity in which you are participating can be measured for the portfolio work, and the marks can be given by your teacher for the 5 marks. For suppose example, if you are participating in Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat, or you are participating in Heritage India quiz, or any such activity which is related to the social science, you may be given the marks by the teacher. Okay, so this will be of the 5 marks. Next and the last one is of the subject enrichment activity, which also consists 5 marks. And in this subject enrichment activity you have to do a project work. About what? So as per the CBSE guidelines, you have to do one project compulsorily on the disaster management. Means every student will do individual make a individual project on the topic disaster management, and under the disaster management the specific topic will be given by your teacher. So how the project will be evaluated? There are 3 criteria, 3 aspects of evaluating your project of the disaster management. The first criteria is content accuracy, originality and analysis, which will be of the 2 marks. Means when you are submitting your project, the teacher will check it that whether the accuracy is there or not, originality is there or not, or how much you have done the analysis work before submitting your project. Second is of again of the 2 marks, that is the presentation and creativity, means how betterly you have presented your project and how much creativity you have shown in your project. Last one is viva, means when you will submit your project, the teacher may ask you some questions and that will be of 1 marks. So this is the total 5 marks over your project of disaster management. Now we will discuss the question paper design, means when you will get the 80 marks question paper in the final exam. There will be different types of questions, in which remembering and understanding level questions, that will be of 28 marks, means like facts, in which year this happened, where is this place. So the such type of question will be of the 28 marks. Next is applying based questions, means if you know the concept, you can whether you can apply it in the daily life or not. So such type of questions will be of the 15 marks. Again, formulating, analyzing, evaluating, creating, okay, such type of questions will be of 32 marks, means if you know some formulas, like suppose you are studying about the population ratio, okay, or sex ratio or something like that, where the mathematics, little bit mathematics is there, okay. So such type of question can be asked in the formulating, okay. So like that, formulating, analyzing, evaluating and creating. So 32 marks questions will be asked in this column. Then again, the map skill, 5 marks questions will be there. Earlier it was 6 marks, now for this year it is 5 marks, okay. So total 80 marks. Now we will discuss the map. So which all are the maps location are important, as it is given by the CBSE. So only out of this maps list question can be asked by the teacher. So the first one is history, okay. So out of 5, earlier I told you that 5 marks question will be from the map. So out of 5, 2 marks will be from the history and 3 marks map location question will be from geography. So first we will discuss about the history. So the first chapter, the French Revolution, from this chapter only 4 places are important. The first one is Bordeaux, second is Nantes, and third one is Paris, and last one is Marseille. So if you know these 4 places, means no need to worry about the other places which are given in the, or which are mentioned in the French Revolution chapter. Next chapter is Socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. From this chapter you have to learn about the First World War major countries, okay. So major countries which participated in the First World War, so that you should know that which all the countries were there in the First World War. So there are 2 groups of countries. First is Central Powers and second is Allied Powers. So in the Central Powers, you should know about the Germany, Austria-Hungary, Turkey, okay. So location of all these 3. Then Allied Powers, France, England, Russia and USA. Next is Nazism and the rise of Hitler, third and the last chapter. From this chapter you will be asked to locate the major countries of Second World War. Earlier in the Russian Revolution it was of the First World War, and now in the Nazism it is of the Second World War. So again, the Axis power, Germany, Italy and Japan. Allied powers, UK, France, former USSR, means today's Russia and USA. Next is the territory under German expansion, means the Nazi power which expanded to the other territories and annexed it. So you should know the location of those countries. The countries are Austria, Poland, Czechoslovakia, Denmark, Lithuania, France and Belgium. So this is all from the history. Now we'll discuss about the geography. So I told you earlier that 3 marks map location questions can be asked from the geography. The first chapter is India size and location, in which you should know the states location and their capital. You should know all the location of all the states of India, and you should know their capitals also. Then the Tropic of Cancer, location of the Tropic of Cancer and standard meridian of India. The next chapter is physical features of India. In this chapter you should know about the major mountain ranges of India, in which the Karakoram range, Jaskar range, Shivalik range, Aravalli, Vindhya, Satpura, Western and Eastern Ghats. Next is the mountain peaks, in which you should know the K2, then Kanchenjunga and Anamudi. The next part is about the plateaus, in which you should know the location of Deccan Plateau, Chota Nagpur Plateau and Malwa Plateau. The last one from this chapter is coastal plains, in which you should know the location of Konkan, Malabar, Coromandel and Nadan Sarkar. Next chapter is drainage. Earlier as I told you that the questions will not be asked from this chapter, only map location will be asked from this chapter. So what you should know from this chapter, the first one is Himalayan rivers, okay. So the rivers which are important for this chapter is Indus River, Ganges River and Satluj. Next is peninsular rivers, in which you should know the location of Narmada, Tapi, Kaveri, and Krishna. You should remember one important thing. You should know that it is only for the identification. Means you will not be asked to locate the rivers. River will be given in the map, and you should only identify that which river is flowing there. Okay. The next one is the Godavari and Mahanadi, same from the Peninsula River. Next is about the location of lakes, in which you should know the Wular Lake, Pulicat Lake, Sambhar Lake, and Chilka Lake. Next chapter is climate. In this chapter, you should know the location of the areas which receives the rainfall less than 20 centimeter and more than, means over 400 centimeter. Okay. So again, it is only for the identification purpose. So the place will be given, will be already given in your map, and you should know that which place is there. Okay. For example, suppose if one place is given there in the map already, okay, and the question is like that identify this place which receives rainfall more than 400 centimeter. Okay, so you should know that which place is that. It can be Mars syndrome. Next chapter is natural vegetation and wildlife. From this chapter you should know the vegetation types. Again, it is for the identification only, means the forest area will already be given in your textbook, in your map, and you should have only identify that which forest is given, can be found in that area. The forests are tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest, thorn forest, mountain forest, and the last one is mangrove. Okay, so in the outline map of India, the forest area will already be highlighted. You should only know that which forest can be found in that particular area. Next is national park, in which you should know the location of Carbet, Kaziranga, Ranthambore, Shivpuri, Kanha, Simlipal, and Manas. Next is the bird sanctuaries, in which you should know the location of Bharatpur and Ranganthito. Next one is wildlife sanctuaries, in which you should know the location of Sariska, Mudumalai, Rajaji, and Dashigam. So this is all from the map question from the geography. Okay. So if you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment box. Thank you so much.